The time is 10:49. Labour Friends of Palestine has apologised for what they called an extremely poor choice of words after calling for a final solution to the Middle East conflict involving Israel and Palestine. Has the Labour Party become institutionally anti-Semitic? I've given you my view on that. I think it has. And we've been hearing your reactions. 0345 6060973 is the number to call. And while we've been speaking, one Jackie Walker decided to call us. And she, as if you recall, was the former vice chair of Momentum who got herself into a bit of bother, and I think Jackie wants to speak about that and perhaps give us her perspective. So go for it, Jackie. You're on air. Welcome.
Not really. I mean, what I want to do is question your rendition of the things I said, because what concerns me here is the twisting of words and the fact that from what I've heard, and I haven't listened to the whole programme, I have to admit, is that you appear to have got almost all your information second-hand. And it's like a game of whispers.
Well, let's take it first-hand, Jackie. Were you suspended twice from the Labour Party?
Yeah.
And why were you suspended?
No, I've actually asked that you let me finish a sentence.
No. Jackie, this is an interview, this is a radio show, and we ask questions back and forth. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then you can respond to it. Why were you suspended twice from the Labour Party?
You see, you're doing it again. You just can't help it, can you?
Jackie, why were you suspended from the Labour Party twice?
Well, I'm quite happy to answer your question when you let me finish a sentence, okay?
Right, why don't you do this? Why don't you say what you want to say, and I'm just going to come back to the question afterwards, so please prepare an answer.
Okay, what I was saying was, what I was phoning up about was where you got the sources for what I'd said from. So I'm quite happy to tell you about my suspension, but please will you answer me where you got the sources of what I said from as well.
Is that your question? I've watched the video myself, Jackie.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
There's no video.
There is a video of you complaining. There is footage of you saying that you couldn't find a definition of anti-Semitism you could work with.
What I said on my Facebook.
No, Jackie, I've answered your question. I'll tell you in two ways. First of all, we have a team of researchers here who looked into the various things I mentioned about what Ken Livingstone said, what Naz Shah said, and personally, hold on, let me answer. Personally, I've watched the footage of you saying that there was no definition of anti-Semitism you could work with. So now I've answered your question, Jackie. I'd like you to answer mine. Why were you suspended twice from the Labour Party? Please do us the honour, having called in with a full switchboard of people waiting to speak to me, and we put you through straight away. Please do us the honour of actually answering that question. Why were you suspended twice from the Labour Party?
And then not allow me to come back in any way. And this is what Maajid is doing. And it's
Jackie, I'm going to ask you one last time, otherwise I'm going to have to let you go. This is not how you treat the national airwaves. You call on, you don't call on to hijack the show, you call on to respond. Now, I've done you the honour of responding to your question, even though I asked you a question first, and now I'm going to ask you one more time, and I'd like you to answer it. Why were you suspended twice from the Labour Party?
And, of course, I was reinstated the second time.
I'm asking you why you were suspended. Suspension, by definition, means reinstatement. That's not expulsion. Expulsion means you wouldn't be reinstated. Suspension means you were temporarily asked to leave. I'm asking you why that suspension occurred. Please answer the question.
I am just about to answer it. Oh, goodness me. I was first suspended over a false allegation of anti-Semitism. That's why I was reinstated, because it was found to be false.
And the second one?
Oh, the second one, it was for bringing the Labour Party into disrepute.
By saying what?
Do you want to know what the allegation was or what I said?
Both.
Okay. What I said in a training meeting, which was what had been said by two other people before me, was that I hadn't heard a definition of anti-Semitism that I could work with there. Mm-hmm. Now, that's important because the trainer had been giving us a definition, what he said was a working definition of anti-Semitism. And two people before me, you obviously haven't seen that on the film, said they couldn't work with it either, and I said the same. It's not that I can't work with any definition of anti-Semitism. That would be a silly thing to say.
Indeed.
I'm an anti-racist trainer.
Right, so Jackie, have you now found a definition you can work with, and does the calling for a final solution from Labour Friends of Palestine qualify as anti-Semitic?
Can I tell you the definition I work with? Professor Klug's definition, which is very well accepted, which is hatred of Jews for being Jews.
Okay, so does Labour Friends, when Labour Friends of Palestine calls for a final solution, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
I don't actually know the full story.
No, Jackie. They tweeted it and apologised. Please stop trying to dodge the answer. When Labour Friends of Palestine tweet and call for a final solution, is that anti-Semitic?
Goodness, come on, Maajid.
Is it anti-Semitic?
Let somebody finish what they're saying.
What do you think?
I think it's a really poor use of words, and I'm sure that they wouldn't have meant that.
Okay, is it anti-Semitic?
Do you think they meant a final solution in Nazi terms? Do you really think
Jackie,
that?
Is it anti-Semitic to call for a final solution against Jews?
Do you think...
I'm asking the question here, Jackie. I'll answer your question after you answer mine. Is it anti-Semitic to call for a final solution against Jews?
Generally.
No, specifically by the Labour Friends of Israel.
I don't know the full story of that.
Well, Jackie, I can assure you they've said it because they've apologised for it. So on my assurance, unless you're accusing me of lying, I've seen the tweet and I've read their apology. So I'm asking you again, when Labour Friends of Palestine tweeted out a final solution in reference to Jews in Israel, is that an anti-Semitic remark?
I think it's a really poor use of words.
So you don't think it's anti-Semitic?
It depends on, for goodness sake, I just said... Do you think they were using it in a Nazi term?
No, Jackie, I will answer your question, I promise you. I just need a straight answer from you. If you don't think it's anti-Semitic, say so. With specific reference to the Labour Friends of Israel, Palestine.
Aren't simple, Maajid.
No, Jackie. Are you saying that if you know for a fact, if you know for sure that Labour Friends of Palestine did tweet out a final solution in reference to Israel, are you saying you do not consider that anti-Semitic because there's context and nuance and grey areas to that conversation?
What I'm saying is, because you've already misquoted me, I'm not willing to make the comment until I know more about the story, and that's fair enough.
On the assumption, Jackie, on the assumption that I'm telling you the truth, because the whole world right now knows the story, but on the assumption I'm telling you the truth, can you not say, on the assumption that Maajid is speaking the truth, that would be an anti-Semitic thing to tweet out by Labour Friends of Israel? Is that too much to ask for you?
Me.
Sorry?
I phoned to ask you why you were libelling me.
Well, if you think I'm libelling you, take me to court.
Oh, you know why I don't do that.
Well, I don't know. If you genuinely think I'm libelling you, I've given you a lot of airtime here. If you genuinely think I'm libelling you, take me to court. I challenge you to do so.
Means that
Jackie, I challenge you to do so.
Do that.
I'm going to ask you one last time. If I'm telling you the truth, that Labour Friends of Palestine tweeted out the words final solution in reference to Israel, do you think that, assuming I'm telling you the truth, is anti-Semitic?
I think if they said that with the Nazi connotation, it's anti-Semitic.
With a Nazi connotation?
Yes.
No, just the tweet as it stands. Just the tweet. Just the tweet as it is.
Look, they say they made a mistake.
So do you think Katie Hopkins, when she used those words, do you think that was acceptable?
What did she say? I don't know.
She mentioned the words final solution in reference to Muslims after a terrorist attack in this country.
Do I think it's anti-Semitic?
Do you think those words require the level of nuance that you're asking for us to consider here?
I think it was knowingly offensive.
All right. Jackie, thank you for calling in. I want to thank you at least because you've called in and you've had the civility to have a conversation in which we vehemently disagree with each other. Thank you for that, but I do have to let you go now. We're going to go to one last call that's